Hello beautiful people, welcome to Altcoin Daily with Bitcoin Gorilla. Well, I am back again to update you on Ethereum. If you remember November 2021, I made a call that Ethereum is going to dump while still trading above $4,000. I said it's going to dump to 1,600, and just yesterday we had that prediction coming very close as Ethereum dumped to 1,700 range. So the question is, are we dumping more? And if not, is it time to start buying Ethereum? Should we be expecting any recovery? So this is going to be a daily chart and 4 hours analysis update. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. I will be back so that we look sharply into what Ethereum is going to do next.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over.
So this is a quick one on Ethereum. So what we are seeing here is the daily chart, of course, using the Bitcoin Gorilla box, no indicator. So I'm going to jump straight into it. So as we can see, this is the daily chart. We see Ethereum, like I said, coming to my support range of this is where I talked about Ethereum coming to 1,600. Now if you know, support are range, right, which means a particular price cannot stop a dump. Sometimes it hit a particular price, it pulls up, it comes back, hit another price, pulls up, forcing a sideways market, right? So what I see here is that yes, I do see Ethereum still likely going to react at the current zone. Now where it is right now is at a very strong support. So I'm going to zoom in so that you're going to see the range where Ethereum is. So if you look closely, you see Ethereum has a little sort like a double bottom, because there was a previous pause here and now we had the same previous pause at the same range. So Ethereum, is it going to stop at where it is? Are we going to get a bounce? Well, chances are high, but I will tell you this, it's not going to happen as immediately as you expected, because I still see sideways market that could push down a little more. So this is what I see based on the daily chart, because this is my support range. And again, if I look at what happened in the past, I can use history to see what is going to repeat itself. Is the fact they keep playing this game around this range. So here's what I am focusing. Yes, 1,600 is still very possible on Ethereum, and this is how it's likely going to play out, right? So here's what I see price making a sideways. So what we're going to see in crypto right now is a brief moment of pause after this dump. Is now this pause will enable us go something like this. So we're going to have something like this, and is that sideways movement that could push us to touch, actually it could result to the touch of 1,500. I just hopefully hope that we don't get to 1,300, because this is a very important range, right? And this sideways could go like this, right? It could go like this. Now it will look as if Ethereum is dumping more, but actually it's not. It's just trying to gain a stable ground. So this will allow Ethereum go sideways for a while. So what I'm saying is this: yes, we had this dump, yes, they're on a support, yes, it's going to recover, but first it's going to be a pause. There's going to be a pause, a mini pause. Like this is daily chart, you can see there was, after the dump, there was a sharp pause before a pull up. So here's what I see them making that sharp pause right here, but it could work like this. So I am going to try to see if I can connect the seller's line to know the seller's point of rejection, right? So this is the seller's line that I've gotten. So here's what I see coming. Now these bulls are laying somewhere from 1,800 down to 1,250 range. In fact, approximately 1,200. That is the range where the buyers are going to likely start reacting to this dump that we are seeing. So we're going to see that price is going to struggle to take off all the sales orders that has been pushing the price down, because for price to go up, then buyers have to come in and clear all the sales orders. So even though buyers are coming in, what is going to cause that sideways is equilibrium between the buyers and the sellers. That is the buyers finally coming into the market, trying to reduce, or let's say subside, the sell-off that is currently going on. And it's not going to be something that will just happen on a blink of an eye. That is why patience is going to be needed, as the price is likely going to move sideways. So this sideways that I'm saying is going to happen, that as buyers are coming into the market, capital is entering back into the market, the sell-off will start decreasing. Now I cannot tell you if the sell-off is likely going to decrease as this current $2,000, because I see that threat of them pushing little down, right? There's a little threat of them pushing down, but I am going to stay very optimistic because the point at which they are, the push down is not going to be as strong as it is when they got rejected around $3,000. So the push down is going to be a little bit of like a struggle for the bears. So now shorting was easy before, now shorting is going to be a little bit stressful as we see price fight, as the bulls will come in fighting, as capital enter the market and try to take off, like I said, the sell off to reduce. So a push down is still very possible to 1,600, if not 1,200, depending on Bitcoin holding the current support. If it can hold it, then we can get a bounce from Ethereum, because somehow Bitcoin seems to have a lot of effect on all altcoin, and Ethereum is not an exception. So yes, if they bounce, how far do I think they will bounce before they will get rejected? Well, there are two things that I'm seeing here. First is their broken, this trend line broken line is now acting as a resistance, and if I look at my chart, I see countless of resistance laying around this $3,000. In fact, starting from 2,400 is going to be a serious struggle. 2,000, 2,400, 2,600, 2,000, 3,000. This is tough point which they struggle to break down, and now that they've broken it down, it's going to be a tough struggle to get back above this price, leading price to really face a lot of challenge going back up. And I'm going to be very crystal about what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is this: if they manage to go sideways, of which I already see coming, so patience is going to be needed. If they manage to go sideways, they will likely either do two things: either continue and complete the leg to this down support, which will give them a double bottom with this point around 1,400, 1,500. In fact, let me just put it up between 1,600 to 1,400. They could get a double bottom that will give them the strength to pull up, right? If they pull up, now the pull up first of all will be attacked by, because if they go below it, 1,700 they've got, then $2,000 is going to become the next challenge, right? So the first is, let's consider the bears. If they go to that 1,600 to 1,400, they will pull up, and their pull up will be stopped at $2,000, and then they will struggle. But then if this is the final support where we're going to start bouncing, then I expect them, after they pull back, they won't pull back, they will stop probably around 1,600, 1,700, 1,800. Then they will turn back up, and they will start going back up, where they could head to 2,400 to 2,600. But it's going to be a complete strong reaction around that 2,700 to 2,800, as this point is very critical. It seems to be like a meeting point of their broken buyers line and their broken and the sellers line. So it's going to be a point of rejection where we are going to see this price diving right back down, right? As it dives right back down, they are going to, if the bulls are going to continue the move to the upside, and let's say the sell-off has stopped, then I don't expect them to go, as they are going back down, to go below anywhere 1,400. So they should hold above at least 1,800. This is after they've gone to 1,800 range, right? They will pull back up and they will move like this. Then we can now say that the bulls are finally growing in strength. What we need is, we need the bulls to give us clear market structure, clear sign that they are in the market, by start printing higher lows. So that is what the daily chart is saying. Now let's look at the 4 hours chart. Like I said, this is going to be a quick update, unlike my other updates that I break down multiple time frame, including weekly. This is going to be a quick one, and I want to do more quick updates, especially during this crash time, because a lot of people are worried and need updates. So if we see price currently right now, they are trying to head to retest this 2,400, but of course, like I said, it's only going to confirm the sideways movement, because it's going to move like this and move like this, right? On 4 hours, right? It's only going to confirm a period of sideways movement, because if they are able to withstand a higher low, then they will continue the move to the upside, right? But first there will be a sideways movement. I do see that coming. That's if the bulls, the current support is to hold, then this will happen. But what if that support doesn't hold? Like I see, like they just touched the tip of the support, and reaction is expected, right? Reaction is expected, which we pull them up, right? But what if there's not enough buy power? Because this sell-off that is going up is very strong, and I do not want to underestimate these sellers. So what will happen if this sell-off continues? Then what I likely see is, let me see if I can connect a line here. Now I need to take some of these lines off because I've already explained them, so it will help us have a better idea, right? So here's what I'm saying. Again, I see a seller line that is likely going this way, right? So what I do see in this seller line is this, right? Please don't let all this line confuse you. I'm just using it for explanation, and I will take them off soon. So what I see is this seller line that I just drew is that the market will move. Even if we're going to get a recovery, it will get rejected somewhere around 2,600, 2,700, and then we're going to have the pullback down. And this pullback down could get back again to $2,000. It's going to be a sideways market, right? And they break above. The goal first is we have to break above the current seller line of 4 hours. This current seller line has been on since April, right? Where price hit the 3,600 and got rejected, and then the seller line started developing. So we need to first of all get above the seller line to even talk of these buyers having any chance of moving up, because if we don't get above the seller line and they come rejected and they start moving back down, it is a disaster. But in fact, this is how I see it happening. It's going to be a disaster if they get rejected around that 2,600 range, if they ever make it through it, because right now the sell-off is off. So if they get rejected, just expect them to get down to that 1,400, 1,600 range before they will now make their move back up to find a way to go up. So right now where we are is a very delicate zone, because we are very in the support range, right? Just a little push down will get us deeper into the support. And one thing about my Bitcoin Gorilla box, if you don't know, is that support, I treat support as a range, and once price gets to that range, chances of a high is high. Now I want to be very honest with you. As much as I'm making this prediction, I will admit my own mistakes. I made a prediction in Ethereum in November saying Ethereum is going to 1,600, but I was not patient enough for it to completely play out, as I thought that the support at this range could literally stop the sell-off because of their sideways market. Whenever I see sideways market, it means that something is cooking in the background. So when price got to this $2,200, I made another prediction in 2022. I think I made a prediction that Ethereum could recover to $4,000. Yes, Ethereum did recover, but Ethereum did not hit my target of $4,000, as we see Ethereum stopping at 3,600. So I admit that my target, because my target was the top of my resistance, right? I actually called that we're going to get a dump from the top of my resistance, but they couldn't get it. They stopped at the very tip of entering the resistance. They got rejected and they go down. Now, but the thing is, they're back to my support range. Now, like again, I don't want to make the same mistake I make in the first point when I said it's going to get to 4,000 and it stopped at 3,600. Now that's one thing about support, that's one thing about resistance, is a range, right? Within that range, I just know that it's sell-off time. Even though it didn't hit my target, it has touched the tip of my box. And if Bitcoin Gorilla box, if you want to learn more about it, please come to Machiavelli Traders. Access is currently open, and it's 6 weeks intensive training, and then you get to trade with me live on Binance Future for life. I trade 4 hours, I trade 15 minutes. So you're going to trade with me. I share my trade, I shared insights. So if I'm entering the market, I tell you what I'm seeing, I tell you why I'm entering the market, and you can also take the trade along with me. I would have trained you to be fast hand so that you'll be able to catch up. That's what Machiavelli Traders is all about. It's a lifetime access. Access will be closing on the 23rd of May. So it's less than 10 days before I shut the door down to Machiavelli Traders until November again. So if you're interested, don't forget that you can still get in and come and trade live with me and grow your trading skills, right? So back to the chart. I don't want to make that same mistake, so I'm going to say it in this chart that something is possible, and the possibility that the bulls could stop where they are is high, right? Just like they did here. So what is the possibility is that they could move like this. So let's get this straight. So the possibility is this, is that the bulls could pull up where they are right now. So we are in a support range. Like I said, they could pull up where they are now. Why? Because we already have a double bottom. There's one bottom, there's another bottom. So there's more like a double bottom has already taken place, which if this double bottom plays out, then we're going to get a move to the upside, right? We're going to see them recovering, right? And their recovery this time around could get to the $4,000. I don't want to be so hopeful until I've seen a good bullish accumulation going on. This will give us the power to get to $4,000, but yes, it's very possible. It's very, very possible, and I will tell you what I'm saying. It could go like this. Now their move is not going to be an easy one. It's going to be a struggle, and then they'll move up, right? They'll move up here. So the struggle is going to be within this range. Of course, you see how jam-packed my support are, within my resistance are. You have one line, you have two line, you have one coming through the side, you have one coming through. It's like multiple resistance has built up in one area that is going to be very difficult to get above that area as price starts moving. So here's what I said. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, too many resistance on the upside, and chances of getting rejection around before they get to 3k is high, right? Even if they bounce from here, so chances of getting rejection is high. But if the bulls are strong, right, they could pull up and move back up. In fact, they could get rejected here, they could get rejected here, they could get rejected here, they could get rejected here. Why? You can see they suffered when they were coming down. That's why a lot of us thought that okay, like me, and I always like, okay, this support we hold, that support we hold, and none of them hold as they broke through it. So you can see anywhere from here they had a free fall, but before then you can see the challenge. They keep trying to bounce, but it's completely a failure. That is because of the jam-packed area with support. There's a jam-packed support and resistance. Actually, this particular line is my control line, the most important line in all the lines you're seeing right here. Why is it most important line? Let me even change the color to help you better see the line I'm referring to. Okay, each line has its own play. Now this line is the line that determines what is it going to be for the bulls and the bears, and the line is around 2,600 to 2,700 range. And I tell you one thing about this line is the line that this rejection is likely going to happen. So even if they make it back above and successfully retested this breakdown here, right, because they retested and they pull back and then try to go back up, rejection is going to happen around 2,600 2,800 maximum, right? They will get rejected and they will pull right back down. This pull back down is going to get them to $1,800 or $2,000 before they can continue the move to the upside and then come back, right? And in fact, let me not do that, because they could still get rejected around here around 2,600. They will return and then they will move again. This time around, they may. The only thing I'm trying to say in nutshell is we're going to experience something like this. A sideways market is cooking and it's going to begin soon. This whole thing is what I am seeing on Ethereum, and if you end up enjoying this quick analysis on Ethereum, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to join me in live trading, especially with this market on futures, if you want to learn how to hedge your account, if you're a spot trader, then futures is the best idea. But remember, it's so risky that you need knowledge on how to trade it. If you want someone by your side who trade it with you every day, don't forget Machiavelli Trader is still open. You can join us. Thank you for watching.